JS is a weird language, and it has so many secrets and advanced tips. In this playlist, we are going to deep dive into every single one of them one by one. Let's see. Okay, we already have a very great video about coercion in JavaScript, which was one of the most impressive videos I've ever made. And in here, we are going to talk about the plus operator. What does it do and why it is a little confusing, and most of you may have faced many problems. For example, let me give you an example in here. Some of you maybe have seen something like this. For example, an empty object plus a empty array. What it would be? Yeah, it would be object. What is it happening? Maybe you're confused, or maybe in some cases you already have seen, for example, 1 and 2 and 3, and it is added to another object with 4 and 5 and 6. And the result is a little unexpected if you don't know and what is happening behind the scene. For example, 1, 2, 34, 5 and 6. Oh, that's confusing. Okay, we are going to teach you what is happening exactly behind the scene, and you will understand this very simple. Okay, we already talked about loose equality, and we talked about coercion in JavaScript. We said coercion tries to convert both sides to the number, but in here plus operator tries to convert both sides to a string if they have different types. Okay, if we, for example, log 1 plus 5, yeah, definitely it would be 6, and such as you see, it is logged in here, the number 6. But if we try one of them to the for example, a string, okay, the left side is a string, the right side isn't. If we try it, we would see 15. It is concatenated as a string. It is exactly like this, because both sides are converted to the string. And the same when one is number and the other one is a string. It is the same always. But what is happening when we are dealing with empty object and for example, empty arrays? Okay, we should know what is happening here. Empty arrays, when it converted to a string, they would be empty string. Actually, the brackets is omitted. Or if we are dealing with an array like this, when we have converted that to a string, it would be like this. The object, what is happening to the object when they are converted to a string? It's very simple. You can see the object constructor has a toString method which is returning a hard-coded empty string. For example, let o equals to empty object console.log o.to string. Yeah, you see, o as empty object when it's converted to a string is this hard-coded string. Now you can simply understand what is happening here. Why this plus this equals to something like this? Because this is object and the other one is a empty string. If I try, for example, 1, 2 and 3, what it would be? Yeah, you guessed it right. It is a concatenated string, which the left side is object in a bracket and the right side is 1, 2 and 3. And you now exactly understand the thing we are having here. 1, 2 and 3 plus 4, 5 and 6, which results something like this in here. Or you already may have seen something like this, for example, b plus a, I think. I don't recall it exactly, but I think it was something like this. And if we try it, it is b nan. Why it is b nan? Because we have a b and we have a plus and a plus, and in here it is not nan. For example, if I try to make this 5, it would be b5, such as you see in here. But when it is a, it is treated as nan. This is not converting to number because this is not a valid number, it's a nan. It would be b plus nan. And if we do it again in here, we would face something like banana in here, and it's now a little transparent for us what is happening exactly in here. Also, you can now understand why something like for example 1 plus true, it is 1 true, such as you see. And if we try to make a plus in here, it would be 2, because plus true is treated as a number and 1 plus 1 is 2. Hope you enjoyed this video. Share it with your friends.